Welcome to day 6 of me posting every single day for 30 days, keeping my word to myself as I'm creating the life that I love. Today is going to be our Sunday review. I'm going to talk about what worked, what didn't work, the things that I learned, and the things that I'm going to be focusing on for this upcoming week. Welcome back to I Can and I Will at 60. My name is Cheryl, and this channel is documenting how I am keeping my word to myself and creating a life that I love where I can be happier and healthier and just experience more joy. So, I have my notes as always. So, let's talk about what worked this week. Well, what worked for me so far is really keeping it simple. Um, And I'm going to talk about keeping it simple because in my earlier videos, I talked about how, I learned how to edit and I would do thumbnails. Well, the thing is with all of that is the longer I watch myself, I become very self-critical. And then I retake it and retake it and retake it. And then guess what? I don't post. So this week, I really focused on just getting to the point and getting the video up on YouTube. So I'm going to continue to do that again this week and just keep it simple. Filming ahead really worked for me this week. I've talked before how I do have a full-time job. I'm a wife and I'm raising children, a busy schedule. So when I know the next day I'm going to be very busy or I have a day off, I do try to film at least one or two other videos so that I can schedule them to be posted. That's the word. And the other thing that worked is it feels amazing that I've actually kept my word to myself. I realize this is only day 6, but I want you to know this is actually further than I've made it before. So it feels amazing. It feels so good to keep promises to myself and actually know that I'm doing something. What didn't work? What didn't work is towards the end of the week, I really did start to overthink. And as I was filming, I had to just keep retaking and retaking because I really got in my head and I became very self critical. So today I'm really trying not to do that and just moving forward. So that's still a thing, right? For me. And the thing is, I'm asking for courage. I'm asking for courage because courage doesn't mean to stop because we're afraid. It means to keep moving even though we're afraid. So I just keep pushing through and doing the best I can. So the next thing we're going to talk about is um, actual like stats. So as of right now, the businesses that I'm creating is YouTube, this channel right here. And at the time of me filming this video, I have 5 videos up and I have 0 subscribers and I have 12 views. That's amazing. That feels awesome. And the reason I say that is because I didn't tell anybody that I'm doing this. Nobody, like obviously people in my family that live with me know that I'm filming and doing things, but I am not talking about the name of my channel. I'm not saying, hey, I just posted a video. What do you think about it? No, I'm just doing the videos, posting them. So the views that I have, the 12 views that I have, are all totally organic, and that feels amazing. Let's see, my candle business. So, my candle business today, I actually went to a local thrift store in my downtown, and I have been talking to the owner, and I brought some of my products there, and she's going to see how they work in her store, and that feels amazing. That really is me stretching and putting myself out there. So I should have done it like 2 weeks ago. And I kept, procrastinating. And today I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. And I just brought my stuff down there, had a great conversation, and it feels so good. It feels really, really good. I have a market coming up in a couple of weeks on March 14th. So that's the next step in my business. What I'm working on this week. The things that I'm working on this week, I'm going to keep doing, like I said earlier. I'm going to be posting the videos, very little editing because it's still very raw, and I just really want to make sure that I do post every single day. So if I start editing and I'm watching myself and I'm hearing myself talk, I won't put it up. So I'm going to do very little editing, and I'm just going to keep putting up these really raw videos. Uh, talking about that though, one of the things I learned, my first two videos, I noticed that my camera was up and down. So I changed the view of the camera so it's horizontal as opposed to vertical. So I think that that's a little bit better quality. The other thing that I'm going to work on is I'm trying to figure out the thumbnail. Um, I I thought I had it figured out, and then I noticed that when I post the videos, it's not what I thought it was. So that's all right. I don't care. I'm just posting it anyway. This is raw things, and we're just going to keep growing and growing. So I'm focusing on that this week, trying to at least have good views and hopefully better thumbnails. So in my candle business, like I said, I have a market coming up on the 14th. So I'm really focusing on making some more room sprays. They really go really well. And I'm making more sun catchers as well. So I'm going to be focusing on that. The other thing that I need to focus on is my website. So I have a website I use Square, and along with Square, you get like an online store website. So I have it, but I don't have my products up on there yet. So I was having some trouble figuring out the shipping and all that stuff, and I need to work on that because I actually have a QR code on the back of my vehicle, and right now my store just says coming soon. So, and it actually, people are scanning the QR code because I seen them scan it when I was at another market. And then a gentleman actually called me when I was driving down the road. So I really need to get that because I'm losing business. So I'm going to be focusing on that as well, and I'll let you know how that goes next week. Also, movement. I told you that I was working on stretching, flexibility, and I told myself that I would do it every morning. And you know what? I haven't done it every morning, but I do make sure that I do it every single day. So a couple of times I've done it in the morning, a couple of times I've done it at night. I do it whenever I can, as long as I do it. And so I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a grace there and not be so rigid. The thing is, as long as I'm keeping my word to myself, getting that stretching and mobility in, that's all that matters to me. I'm going to keep doing that. And I just want to say it again, it just feels amazing to truly show up for myself, keep my word to myself. It feels so good. It feels so good. Now I can, when I look in the mirror, I feel great because I'm like, yeah, girl, you got this, right? And I'm not like, what if I actually did it? What if I was successful? What if, whatever. So it feels so good to actually show up for myself. So now I want to ask you, how does this sound to you? Like, is there an area of your life? Just, give yourself grace. Just focus on one area. Is there one area in your life that you can show up for yourself this week? Tell me in the comments down below, what one area is it going to be? Is it going to be meditating or journaling or a prayer session or exercise or starting your own business, right? Starting your own YouTube channel. What are you going to show up for yourself for? Show up for yourself with something like that. Just tell me what it is down below. Comment, I can and I will. And let's do this together. See you tomorrow.